Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk, and I think you know what Mana Talk means at this point. It's just power and talking, pretty simple. So there's a thing called a shutdown. I don't know if most of you understand how that works, or why it happened, or who's doing it. There's always, and I've gone through this for I don't know how long, for a long time in regards to witnessing these shutdowns, and it's posturing on one party or the other. They use leverage, the word they use. That word's been overly used by the Demoncrats, it seems like. But in this particular case, my biggest concern is the deranged, delusional, and crazy fucking Demoncrats, and what they'll do if they're not getting their money or their SNAP or whatever and all this other stuff. I'm not a person that's been without help from the government. I think a lot of us have, and at some point, food stamps or SNAP or unemployment, whatever the case may be. And some of these things we pay for with our taxes. It's already done. But in this particular case, there's a graph I want to show you, and I think it's important for people to understand the position of where the Republicans are compared to the Demoncrats. And if we go over to this graph here, right? And this is odd, because this is right at the time, and this is from Rand Paul. He posted this because I don't know what he's doing. He's not doing anything with Fauci. He's saying that the tariffs are bullshit and all this other shit. He's just kind of burying himself, in my opinion. This little chart here indicates kind of what happened. And in 2020, when the illegitimate presidency of Joe Biden and the actual insurrection forced Trump out, which he said, you know what, you're going to pull this shit, I'll be back, don't worry, I'll be around. You guys want to fucking poke this bear? Go ahead. You want to shake this beehive? Go ahead. And they brought in 18, 20 million illegal immigrants that have been using your tax dollars, my tax dollars, money they never paid for. Nothing. I mean, they were just let in. It was, like I said, a hangar bay door. It was the gate. All the gates were open. They were giving them. I've put it on this show several times on my Mana Talk here. Probably maybe on this channel, because this channel was taken down in mid 2020, and then it's been down for 4 years because I was trying to tell everybody not to take the mRNA COVID fluvid vaccine, right? I was trying to tell people just don't do it, and there were from people that I cared about deeply that did not, that paid attention and listened. Thank you, that's awesome. But a lot of people didn't. Like Jimmy Dory took it twice. Not saying that's bad. It's just listen to your super chats, Stephanie. Stephanie Zimmerano, is that her name? I think that's her name. Anyway, I don't want to pay for that. I've been working since I was, I don't know, 15 years old. paying taxes, setting up my Social Security, setting up my benefits, setting up everything I can for a long time. And now I'm 61, and I'm telling you that it really pissed me off that I've got people coming in here getting, like I was saying, free health care, hotels, accommodations at some of the best hotels, and this was proven to be a fact. Getting, these cell phones right off the bat through that app, ABB1, whatever app, being able to register and all this other stuff. And, I mean, the list was endless on what we're doing for them. And while millions of people were homeless, millions of people were mandated and fired for not taking the COVID-19 vaccine. Millions of people across the country were basically not relevant, important, and to the Demoncrats expendable, which is basically what they really believe. And I came to find that out in like 2019, 2020 when they really started to show their true colors, and then I just started digging in and saying, well, these guys, I'm going down the abyss. Unlike a lot of shows that were out there at the time on YouTube that didn't really go into the dark abyss as I did and pull up the information to clearly indicate that the Democratic Party is just a demonic, deranged, sicko group of fucks. And we're talking deep state connections, World Economic Forum, World Health Organization, all these connections and dots I was putting together and just showing it to you. And these people, I don't know if they're people. To me, they're cockroaches. They became monsters overnight. I mean, and it was just really sad. But they weren't to all these people coming in. And now they're at the point, right? And what I'm saying here is that they're double, tripling, quadrupling, quintupling down on what they want to do for these illegal immigrants. And now they're fighting to get not only money for them again, but other things, LGBTQ and fucking Africa or something, and all these crazy shit. Funding for this and that. It's just their money laundering. Their money laundering systems and processes that they've had for a long time. And they've done very well. And the money's running out and they're getting desperate. And they've used the word leverage on many occasions. I mean, I took a snapshot of it here. Let's see if I can find it. And Tom Thune brought it up. I don't think I can zoom in on that, but giving the president more leverage. I think I had a better picture posted somewhere of this. But they use the word leverage, and they clearly indicated there will be families that are going to suffer, but it is the one of the how we leverage times that we have or something. They were saying it's the leverage if you're suffering. They've been doing that for a long time. This isn't new information. They've been promising your party this, that, and the other thing. And like I said, in 2029, 2010, they had the House and the Senate and Obama. They could have codified, they could have provided Medicare for all, they could have stopped wars, they could have done so many things that people at that time that were Democrats done dozens and dozens of things in the socialistic manner that they wanted to do and they were saying, but never did it. The only thing they gave you was a group of insurance carriers that were able to monopolize the health insurance industry. And they were handpicked and selected to provide this, provide that, do this, do this. And Obamacare turned into an extremely expensive process. Extremely expensive. And it's been expensive for, I mean, I can go over the numbers for you, but I'm just telling you, you have to pay, you have to, you have to, it's just, I'm not even going to get into the details of it. If you want I've already went through that in the past so many freaking times. But it was bullshit. It was just a scam. And it was to take care of their big pharma donors and their big health insurance donors that they claim they're always against. And they've just been a farce. They've been a absolute, it's just theater. And that, Hollywood's with them. And it's just been crap. And then more recently, right, like this chick right here, House Democratic Whip, Catherine Clark, October 2025. There are going to be families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility seriously. Do you? But this is one of those few leverage points that we have. I mean, point blank. Using your suffering as leverage, as they've done countless times. I'm telling you, this is not new to them. As I look back and go over everything they promised for decades, they've done the same thing over and over and over again. It's not old news to me. And then this girl here. People are going to suffer. I mean, it's almost like they took it out of the same playbook. But it's the only leverage we have. Catherine Clark. Well, that's the same chick. But the thing is there's a few of them using that word. Frankly, this is, gosh darn, that's all blurry. I know I had a better picture here. Let me see if I can. I got it on my phone. I got to read it. If I can read it on my phone, I can read it. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to put it on here, and maybe you can see it, just so you can get a snapshot of it. Oh, what do we got here? I'm going to go to Zoom only, see if I can get it. If the light will adjust, we might be able to get... Oh, this is so not working still. It still is blurry. Well, anyway, I'm going to post it. I'm cool. I got time. I was going to go out to a bar with some friends and all this other shit tonight, but I worked late and I'm just tired. It's my Thursday. Let me see if I can post that and bring it back up on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I posted this at some point. Maybe I just missed it. Hang on. No, that's weird. Posts. Let me refresh and see if it comes up. Universal. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, I got it. Oh, that's not that great, but it's visible enough to where I can read it. So here, I'm going to just put it up and see if some of you can read it. This is Thune, who I'm not a big fan of. The guy's kind of a rhino, but he brought up some good points. When will Americans matter more than leverage? Good point. All right, and he clearly indicates and shows this, paying out troops giving the president more leverage. See? Paying our troops gives the president more leverage. Martin somebody. You reopen the government and we lose our leverage. Bernie Sanders. There's that Clark chick. Then there will be families that are going to suffer, but it is one of the few leverage times we have. Every day gets better for us. This is Schumer fucking said that. This is the shithead from that stole the election literally. Then I just go back and shut it down again. I mean, that's what he said. From Arizona, senator from Arizona. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage. And although a very unpleasant too to use. It's like, fuck. It has nothing to do with you. That's the point I'm making here. The point I'm making is they want their money. They've lost their USAID money. They've lost they've lost pretty much all their Ukraine money, and they're hurting, and they're trying to shove this shit in. I mean, just a ton of crap. Let me just show you here. I mean, this stuff that they're throwing in here is just fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I've got a big old list of it too. Here's the giant list. Yeah, I was going to go out, celebrate, and take one of my masks and go flirt around or whatever, but I'm just not. Just tired. Let me see. Can I zoom in on that? Yeah, I think I can here. There we go. Let's see if I can. Like right here. Common Defense Civil Engagement, Inc. I don't even know. Defending Rights and Dissent, Inc. Food and Water Watch. Free Speech for People. Human Rights Campaign Foundations. Their Faith Alliance Foundation. Jobs with Justice Education. This is all these nonprofit organizations are being thoroughly investigated. And I am going to say, without a shadow of a doubt, that they will be found to be, because they're going to follow where this money has gone and where it's moving, and they're going to. It's not going to be good for the Democrats. I'm going to tell you right now. Let me see what else I got here. National Action Network, Move On Civic Action, Mom Driving. Oh, okay, I like that. Our Revolution, you've heard of that one. Yeah. This is all for them. This is how they do the circle jerk of money, because they try to get it back to them. They get it back to themselves in one way, shape, or form. That's just, that's just the way it works. All right, let me go back out of here. All right, and then there were a few specific ones that were just. I was like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Like here, Democrats want 1.5 trillion demands for opening the government. 200 billion in health care benefits for illegal aliens. Right? All these people that came in didn't have to go through the civil test. That was a slap in the face to so many people that had been waiting in line, studying for the test, spending years doing what they needed to do to become American citizens and prosper like most of us can and be able to. Living in this wonderful and beautiful, strong, fantastic country that was basically being handed over by the Demoncrats to the globalists. And I showed how that was happening. I mean, I proved that hook, line, and sinker. Everything the globalists, like the World Economic Forum, was asking for, doing, posting, the Demoncrats were right in sync. Right in sync. Repeal of the $50 billion rural hospital fund? What the fuck? Permanent COVID subsidies without reforms. So no, they were just going to keep paying Big Pharma. That's what that was. That's what that is. Just Big Pharma can keep pushing out this crap, this poison, for COVID-19, that mRNA crap. 50 million for liberal news outlets. Look at that. To pay liberal news out. That's what they wanted. This is proven. This isn't made up. This is real. You can research it yourself. They were going to pay like PBS and fucking Associated Press and all these fuckers that just, New York Times, LA Times. Just so many outlets that just push vomit on everybody. right? For news, 4 million for global LGBTQI plus awareness campaigns. Because that's important, right? Remember when it was just a G? You remember that? You're gay. Well, you like women, right? You're a gay woman. Men like men. You're a gay man. Yeah, do your thing. Enjoy. Have fun. Whatever. Right? If you like both, then you're gay and you're straight. Pretty much. A GS. Or whatever. That was it. But now that, there's a senator that recently said that it's not good to label pedophiles as pedophiles or something. It was just, I'm like, what the fuck? They're all sick fucks. I'm just telling you. 2 million for feminist democratic principles in Africa. In Africa. That's important. Right? I think this is the same thing here. Yeah, it's the same thing then, pretty much. Yeah. That's fucking nuts. Right? And then let's look at this little graph here. So, and I put this up the other day, but native born 39%. So, non-citizens, illegal immigrants, 59%. 59% in welfare, which is SNAP, which is medical care, whatever. Medicare for all for them, like, what is it? Medicaid. It's Medicaid, basically. And they were given cash, 18%. Food, they were given 48%. Medicaid, 39%. Housing, 4%. I mean, we were paying for their housing. That's what they want this money for. They want to keep that census thing going. And there's a reason for it. And I've kind of proven what that is. Yeah, it's, look, if you're still a Democrat, or if you still believe that they give a shit about you, then there's no help for you. You're done. You're done. You're probably boosted to fuck, and you're probably sick every other Wednesday, and you've got shit wrong with your body, and your body's just trying to get through that crap that's in your system, right? Just crap that's in your system. Oh, what's this? Wait, what is this? Oh, I took this picture the other day at work. Oh, there I am. Ta-da. Yeah. That was broccoli, cream of broccoli. That's my favorite. And then somebody goes, oh, I need to take it. No, take it. Okay, whatever. Anyway. I did put up some recent posts that I think are important in regards to what I'm talking about now. But yeah, look at this leverage shit, right? I mean, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. They don't give a fuck about it. You can't, you have to stop believing that they care. They've had their moments to prove that they give a fuck about you. I still don't like the duopoly. I don't like I don't. Right? I've always had a problem with Citizens United. I've told everybody that. I'm not, that's my core. I've like I've always said, I'm just trying to help the planet and all of its inhabitants, and that includes you. I care. I give a shit. I want my kids and my grandkids and so on and so forth to have a fun, fantastic, to have the pursuit of happiness, liberty. What is that? Here. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Not vaccines, death, cancer, and all this other shit. Myocarditis and all this other stuff. And then, liberty meaning freedoms to grow your own food in your yard, which with the Tea Party, like I've always said, was hijacked by Republicans or just pretty much I believe that the Tea Party, which was more of a libertarian movement, I truly believe that that was where a lot of people wanted to go. They wanted to be able to plant whatever vegetables, whatever fruits, gather their own water, drill down in their property to get well water, whatever the case may be, and live off the land that they own. And that wasn't becoming the case because the socialistic part of this country was limiting what they could do. They wanted you to be on the grid. They wanted you to be dependent on government utilities, in a sense, the government utility, right? And they wouldn't allow you to have firearms. They wouldn't allow you to, defend yourself. I flipped on that so hard because I understand it now. And when I thought about the Second Amendment and the First Amendment, I said, holy shit. If there are two people in the room and they're both equal size, equal strength, equal martial arts strength, and one has a gun, then who has the freedom of speech? If both have a gun, then who really has the freedom of speech? Both of them. I've recently came to the conclusion, I say within the past about 4 or 5 years, that the Second Amendment protects the First. Period. Man, I mean, look, I have a conservative way about me. I'm all about man, woman. If it's just something about women to me are just, it's just they're just beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful things, wonderful, precious, amazing things, and I'm just, that's just me. But here's the thing: as I continued to see the conservative process or the conservative system, which was God, country, family, or doesn't have to be in that exact particular order, which you could debate. I like that. I appreciate that. I think that's good because most countries do that. Most countries believe in their faith, they believe in their country, and they believe in their families, and I think that's huge, right? And some may not have faiths or religions, which is your prerogative. It's a free country, The First Amendment protects people to have their religions. Laura Loomer just wants everybody to be Jewish. They want you to praise Netanyahu or Bibi. I don't know what the fuck her deal is. She's been on a tear. Going after MTG and Candace Owens. She's kind of showing her true colors of just being a loyalist to, absolutely showing her colors, a loyalist to Bibi and Netanyahu. That's not debatable. That's pretty obvious. But if you look at some of these posts that I put up, right? Right, that's a good one. Always looking for. I want to play this because I think it's important that we kind of learn a little something here.
My husband and I drove next to the Biden bus and wound up getting sued by Biden's White House officials under the Ku Klux Klan law because they claim we gave them emotional damage for driving next to them. Trump tweeted about it. The media went crazy. There were 0 criminal charges. They literally just wanted us to pay them money because we hurt their feelings. And when we got to federal court, guess who won? Guess what truth came out? And we did not cause any accidents. That's not even me in that truck. But a Biden-Harris staffer in the white car did hit that truck. It cost us nearly $500,000 to defend our God-given constitutional right to free speech. because it offended somebody. We waited nearly 4 years to go to trial. They tried to kill us financially, emotionally, with a gag order, trying to force us to settle, trying to run us out of money. But in God we trusted, and justice prevailed. This was a political hit job designed to silence not just my free speech, but every single American's, yours included. In the trial, we were not allowed to reference the Constitution. In a federal courtroom, we could not reference our First Amendment right to free speech. The federal justice system weaponized to silence average Americans. And I even fought for the free speech of people who used it to tell me I deserved what was happening to me, or that I should rot in hell or prison. Free speech is for everybody, even when we disagree. But the very system that was designed to silence me gave me a voice. I started speaking out louder than ever, talking about corruption and injustice, and being a voice for people who don't have a voice. Many big-time conservative influencers covered our story, including Charlie Kirk.
Did you win a judgment to get your legal costs covered?
That's our next step in this fight. I'm excited to announce we have launched a countersuit against the plaintiffs for their abuse of justice to protect other Americans. Senator Campbell's office flew a flag over the Capitol for us on the 1-year anniversary of our victory. I wouldn't take any of it back because it brought me to the purpose that I have now. And God is using this for his good, because that's how the kingdom of heaven works. What the enemy meant for evil, God uses for good. I know Charlie Kirk would be proud, and I hope that you're proud too. It has been 5 years since this legendary day where...
So, the reason why I think that's an important video and why I put it on my Facebook is because, and this is part of it, as I've said, let me see, I'll just bring it up. Hopefully you can see it. All right. I got to read it here because it's kind of small in there. As I said for almost 5 years, and it's probably an absolute, without a doubt, truth, that the Demoncratic Party are blood-sucking, demonic, treasonous, criminal sickos. That's it. And they're going to steal everything they can out of this country. If you continue to believe that they give a fuck about you, when in fact they never have and they never will, you have to understand that. And it has nothing to do with somebody that's telling me or whispering in my ear. It's just from research. It's like this, if you paid attention what this lady just said and what they went through, and then they finally won their case, and they were just, abused basically by this court system that was heavily saturated with Demoncrats. But at the end, and I think Trump came in, and a few people were, once Trump took office, a lot of these people started winning their cases, especially the J6 people, and anybody that had their First Amendment rights violated. Like, YouTube has done to me several times, and Facebook and everybody else, which we should get a class action lawsuit against them, which I'm kind of still working on it. But the point here, and it's so in your face, you can say and do whatever you want with your words and however you want it. If you want to lie, if you propagate, if you want to spew vomitous masses of literal bullshit at people or myself or whatever, it's okay. It's okay if you do it, but I can't react, debate, challenge. And that was my story in early 2020. And then that's when, like I said, the true colors of the Demoncratic Party started coming out. And it was getting worse and worse for them. And it's pretty obvious now. And I'm proving my point once again that they don't give a fuck. They really don't care. They have their only intention is to keep sucking as much money out of our country as they can. 1.5 trillion to be exact recently for the shutdown. And they're not getting it. They're not going to fucking get it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, this is good. Little AI here. Happy Halloween. Look, I turned into Maui. Tee-hoo. I become a little stubby Maui. That's classic. I don't know that foot move. I didn't do that in the original picture. I didn't move. Oh, this is good. I like this one. Oh, I transformed into a transformer. Optimus Prime. It's a football team. These four dudes in the front. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. The other two in the back came later, but they ate like 120 buffalo wings and all these plates at work. I'm just like, fuck. We just got to feed them. That's what I do. I feed these kids and make sure they're well taken care of. Get quality, good, decent food, and that one guy with the cap on the right, he benches like 450 and squats like 650. They're on the football team. Good kid, good bunch of kids. Oh, here's one of them. Oh, look. Oh, AI turned into a wolf, but I think I took a black shit in this one. Looks like a poop coming out of my butt. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy. This is a company I work for. If you're excited about this, let me know, because this guy I've met, he really did get this in one check. He's made several checks in 1 month. You get 4 checks. Is it every 4 checks a week? And some people are getting checks just like this all the time. I'm getting close. Pretty soon. I don't. Man, I really like working with these kids. I tell you, I might just keep it part time. Good people, good city, good group of people. I'm not everybody's perfect, right? Oh, what's this? I don't know what that was. Trigger South Carolina Conference really responded to reporter military in response. Yeah. Oh, yeah. McCall, this is played on entertainment news or whatever forever. This is why I tried to warn all of you in mid-2020 to not take the mRNA COVID-19 vaccine. Some were mandated, and if they didn't, they lose their job. Lost their job, I should have put. I think I did this on my phone. Soon there will be several class action lawsuits that will be filed against employers, military as well, and the vaccine manufacturers for those that have degradation of their health, due to this thing, and for their loved ones that have lost their lives much earlier than expected. Jump on those class actions as soon as possible. RFK and Donald Trump must first lift the indemnification protection from the COVID-19 vax. I implore you all to demand they lift it as soon as possible. So call your senator, people, 202-224-31221, and demand that Trump and his cabinet lift the indemnification for the COVID-19 mRNA vaccination. This is a good one. I got this from Rick. We had a good show tonight. I watched it for a little bit. Beauty and the Boomer, good people. But I've seen this posted several times. I just like posting every once in a while. And just so you know, younger Americans will have trouble believing this, but there was once this guy named Walter Cronkite. This is Walter Cronkite. And I remember when I was a kid, I watched him. Didn't really pay too much attention. I was probably too young, just having fun with people left and right. Cronkite, who would read the news on television every weeknight. He didn't seem to have an agenda or try to make anybody look bad or good. He would just read the news, and then, get this, we would all just make up our own minds about what we thought. He didn't interview smarmy, appointed talking heads. He just read the news, matter-of-factly, and then he would just sign off and shut up. That doesn't happen anymore. That doesn't happen. Yeah, Hawaii, that's a totally different thing. Oh, my property, I think, is getting closer. Just letting you know. But I'm going to go over that one day and show you how that's coming out. You're going to be pleasantly surprised on that, on the outcome. It's going to happen. This is important. 42 million Americans are about to lose their food stamps, and people still think socialism is a good thing. This is a really good point. If the government can feed you, it can starve you. When you're dependent, it's like that sugar daddy that you had, or sugar mama, whatever, there's both. There's a point there where you're so dependent on them that if they decide to go, because maybe you've done something that isn't really cool or they're not really happy with, then you're dependent on those people, right? And you don't want to be that. You'd never want to be in that position. Like, I've been married like 2 times. I think one was a no. Anyway, so I don't think I've really been married 3 times. Anyway, the thing I'm saying is there is a reason why they want to provide a UBI, or what is that, MMT or MM, whatever that monetary something. This fucking one dude used to talk about all the time, and then we find out that the World Economic Forum chick that started MMT was a Klaus Schwab loyalist, right? And they just want control. If they're paying you to live and breathe and have wellness and healthcare and all that other stuff, then who are you going to listen to? Who are you going to follow? Who are you going to obey? Them. If you're independent, which I am doing my best to try to do that in my latter years, basically, right, is trying to be more independent so that I can control my destiny, my fate, my better control. I mean, God has a plan. I get it. But if I can have just a little bit of that control, which he'll allow, right? He wants you to be, live long and prosper. Oh, that's Star Trek, I think. But anyway, you know what I mean? If your government can feed you, it can starve you. That's not compassion. That's control. That's the point. That's the point. People are just so dependent on that. The goal is to be as independent as possible to hit the mark of being able to obtain and receive a better life of happiness and prosperity. That's it. Imagine the amount of work and effort I put in my work, and if I put that into, which I'm starting to, my license, life insurance license, doesn't matter what it is, whether I'm licensed as this or that, but if I put more effort into it, I will reap more. So it's on its way. And I'm sure there's somebody that'll see the boat, because right now I'm in a, I don't know, let me see. I wouldn't say I'm in a Boston whaler or a whalecraft, like a 12-foot. I'm more kind of in like a 14 to 15 footer. I'm okay, right? I'm in a Hobie Cat, basic kind of sailing with the wind in a sense, or a little bit against the wind. But my goal is to have a freaking aircraft carrier, right? To be able to go and do whatever I want, whenever the fuck I want. And that should be the goal that we should all strive for. And the ability is there. You have to try to strive for it. There are mechanisms out there. There are processes out there. Right? Sometimes we fall. Sometimes we get setbacks. Sometimes there are things that happen. We're just a few, paychecks away from being completely broke, or, an emergency, a medical bill, from being sometimes homeless. I get that. But if you can try to, I'm just going to say it. I think if I'm going to move forward with somebody, I want a partner, a business partner, somebody I know that can tabulate and do the math. And I'll do the speaking, and then they can also help, or whatever, in whatever aspect possible, like a power couple, and they're out there. And I think I've got a few candidates, but there's one that I would really want. There's one that I really think would be just great. and I would do whatever I could to make it happen. But we'll see how that goes. Point being, let's jump onto YouTube, right? And I don't know if I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna look at some of these YouTubes. Let me look at a couple of these YouTubes. This guy's funny. He talks about LGBTQ. Doesn't slam anybody. He just says, it's getting a little out of hand. It's just a little crazy, right? Hey, you can poke and do whatever you want if you're an adult. Period. If you're an adult, do whatever the fuck you want. Go do whatever. Just keep it away from the kids. That's all I always say. Just keep it away from the kids, right? Because let them make a decision when they get older as well. I mean, some may do when they're 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, whatever. But don't try to groom them. That's the problem I have. And that's been happening with the Biden administration ever since they were in office. They were all about that shit. And that's going to come out too. There's a lot of heavy shit that's going to come out about these fucking sickos. All right. The Jon Stewart is just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to the most dingiest fucking chick on the fucking planet. And then this was good. Oh, you gotta hear this. This is good. You gotta see this. It's probably going to be a commercial. Oh, I should have put it on a different. Commercial. Why is this taking forever? Come on now. Why is this I'm probably breaking up on my. Am I still? Yeah, I'm still good. I'm still good. 2006 74 KBP is okay. But this particular channel is giving me a problem. Podcast terror apparently left confused when congressional candidate indicted by Department of Justice cuts off live interview after just 4 minutes. This is the beginning.
What do you think about those charges, though? They seem really serious.
Yeah,
Conspiracy to impede or injure an ICE officer, assaulting or impeding that officer. Those are pretty big charges.
the charges.
I just see crazy. Do you see crazy in the girl on the right with the blonde hair? I'm just crazy everywhere. And this girl, Tara Polymer Marys, just seems fucking sane, right?
I think they're actually like slightly different, but
She's like,
no matter what the charges are in the indictment, I plan on pleading not guilty. And this is a
you.
political
Good for you.
prosecution, plain and simple. It's an effort to criminalize free speech, an effort to criminalize free association, and an effort to criminalize the very act of protest. And so we're going to be pleading not guilty, and the evidence will come out in court, and I fully plan on winning.
Yeah, just to be clear, the indictment alleges that you and others, quote, surrounded a federal officer's vehicle, banged on its hood and windows, etched pig on the side, and impeded movement. Did you etch the word pig on the side of an officer's car?
I'm not speaking to the specifics of anything that's in the indictment right now, but like I said,
It's
I
on
do plan on
video.
pleading not guilty, and the evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning.
Yeah,
Okay.
listen to this.
Well, let's not watch the video of what happened that day that they are.
Now, there's more to the video, but she's not getting a chance to play the entire thing, but she does everything they're saying that she did.
But when you see that, what do you think right now?
What do you think?
Tara, once again, this is my first time being federally indicted. Like I said,
Yeah.
I plan on pleading not guilty. The evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Just really
Okay.
quickly, I did want to ask you about just the fact that conspiracy to impede an officer is up to 6 years in prison, forcibly impeding and intimidating an officer is up to 8 years. Is that that could actually hinder your ability to serve in Congress? Are you concerned about that?
She doesn't know she left.
Did she just sign off?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm out.
Did she just leave the chat? I'm
she
so
did.
confused. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
don't know
not
what
confused.
just happened. Okay. Well, she left because I asked her questions about what happened that day.
Yeah, this is the case every time. It's the case every time. And in regards to AutoPen, which there was hours and hours of the AutoPen staff or the closely related subordinates or part of the illegitimate Biden administration's clergy or their sidekicks or the minions that were right there doing all this stuff. They pleaded the fifth to pretty much everything. They didn't answer anything. And then they had another part of it where they were questioning physicians and people regarding his mental cognitivity and his dementia and some other physical problems, et cetera, also pled the fifth, also didn't answer. It was just so revealing. And I watched it. And I'm just, after watching the host show proof she's guilty. They're all fucking, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be a fucking shit show. I just hope that Trump, which the bird had told me he's gonna wait until closer to the midterms of next year and just start the charges and release Pam Bondi and maybe Kash Patel, who hopefully they'll fucking go after. Thomas Massey needs to have a conversation with fucking Trump. Just say, dude, what is going on? Do you want me to just pull back and just trust what you're going to do? That should be what he should say. But I don't know. It's kind of like he's posturing. I'm a little concerned about Massey. I like what Massey does, right? But when he keeps talking about the Epstein files, like I said, the Epstein files, everybody and their mother has a fucking copy of this thing, especially if you've been in the top high brass of the illegitimate Biden administration for the past 4 years. I guarantee they have a full fucking entire copy of everything. Of course they do. And they could have released any of that to take Trump out at any moment, but they didn't. Because they're also trying to protect themselves. But here's the problem now. Trump has the exact same file and maybe a little bit more. And everybody that's blocked it from the has been appointed by the Obama administration or people that are closely related to the Democratic Party. So it's just been hypocrisy from the Demoncrats from the get-go in regards to this. Release the Epstein files. Now, and I'm telling Thomas Massey right now, if you're paying attention or listen to me, you've got just all you need to ask Trump is this. Should I just... Do you want me to trust you on what you're doing with this? With whatever it is? Do you want me to just trust you? And Trump's going to go, yeah, just lay back, man. Just take a back seat. Don't worry about it. Because I really believe that he's trying to get the Demoncrats to release their version. And then he's going to come back and, wait a second, you forgot this. And you forgot this, and by the way, that's not what that meant. It actually means this, because here's the real truth of it. I could be off, but that's the kind of chess I'm watching. You know, the guy's a lot smarter than most people think. Joe Biden was just a puppet. He was just a fucking doll with a fucking pencil up his ass, basically. You know, just flipping him around. It was just disgusting to watch. All right, back to the YouTubes. There's a couple more I'm going to show you, and then I'm pretty much good for tonight. And anyway, again, happy Halloween, everybody. Just saying, happy Halloween. Back to Montauk. Some of the stuff I found. I think this is an important point too. I'm going to show you this. Now, this is 5 days ago, somewhere within the past week, right? It's going to be a fucking commercial. Oh, it's not. U.S. Coast Guard intercepts drug smuggling submarine. This is very common, especially within the past 4.5 years since Biden took out. There were tons of these fucking things everywhere.
That's gonna be hard to get on.
He's telling them to stop. Right? They're not listening. So he has to keep saying it because he's trying. Again, this is a drug smuggling submarine. Right? Fentanyl, cocaine, meth, whatever, junk. Shit that's killing kids, families, destroying the country. And they're going after him. They're going after him. Hardcore now. More so than ever before. Because the Biden administration didn't do shit. What did they seize? Maybe, like, I think the most that they got from some seizure of some arrest was, I think, like 300 pounds. When fucking Pam Bondi and Cash Patel, which I'm really concerned about that guy right now, and their teams and everybody and the youth and the military and the Coast Guard here, tons, thousands of tons, millions of pounds of this junk that's been pushed into our countries, making these Americans just fucked up, pretty fucked up. If you're on it, get off of it. If you're around it, get away from it. If you're doing something shitty, please stop. Right? If you want to talk about it, contact me. Like I've always said, I'm so easy to contact. I'm easy to talk to. Anybody that wants to talk or debate, I will do my very best to have a adult, sane, respectful conversation with anybody. But as soon as you start slinging names and you start, using, I don't know, whatever tactics you want to use, I'm not going to, it's retarded. I won't go in that direction. If you have something that you want to discuss, you're debating, you're concerned, you're disgruntled, whatever the case, just let me know. That's the thing. Use your words. It's so simple. Use your words. Tell me what you fucking want, and I will do what I can, right, to help you if I'm with you. If I'm not with you, I ain't going to do shit for you. Right? Pretty much. So let's watch the rest of this. This is what Trump is stopping. We are currently stopping this stuff. This guy jumps on this submarine in the middle of the fucking Pacific. He's banging the door. Open the fucking door. This dude's a badass. I would fucking so do that. I just sex him. I'm just that guy. I'm sorry. I would fucking do that right now. I would fucking go, get me on there. Yeah, they got those guys. And here's another one. The boat's on the right. There's two boats coming up on them. That's a big... that crazy? They came out immediately. They're done. Yeah, we're not fucking around anymore. If you want to fucking play this shit, they ain't doing it because we're just going to blow you out of the water. And here's the interesting point I wanted to make about this shit is the Democrats, and this is what's interesting. They want to give these people the right to an attorney to defend themselves. Even though they're busted with the most poisonous crap on the planet, trying to smuggle it in the boat on fucking video. You know, in this particular situation, I am fucking Judge Dredd. That's it. I am the law, and you're done. Right? You're fucking racing through to our country with no pass, no registration, no anything, no alarming. Just think you're gonna sneak in and drop off your tons of whatever poisonous crap you're pushing. It's kind of like Big Pharma. They do the same thing, but they've got guidance from some fucking assholes like Jim Justice and Mary Capito and all these fuckers, the rhinos. And there are rhinos. I'm not gonna go into a place. I'm not gonna disregard that obvious fact that there are some serious corrupt Republicans as well. You know, Thune is right on the cusp. But here it is with this. And if you're coming through here and you're going to think you're going to drop that shit, we're just going to fucking take you out. That's it. That's it. I'm okay. I am completely fucking boop. You're gone. Because the next boat the next pilot of the next boat may not want to do it. It's called a deterrent motivator, meaning that if you keep doing something like this, then your fate is met. It's done. It's over. If you want, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It's strength through peace. Peace through strength. Excuse me. The other way around is retarded. Yeah, if you want to fucking start bringing your drugs in, you're we're just gonna blow you out of the water. Fuck it. I don't want to waste heroes and people like that jumping on your boats, maybe getting shot at. I'm not gonna waste their time. I'm not gonna waste their time and their families and their loved ones. I'm gonna fucking go after you. That's it. I would do the same fucking thing. Thank you very much. Thank you very fucking much. Right? Yeah. Not gonna do it. Let's see what else I got. Rand Paul screws up. He's just such a doorknob lately. Well, it's just fucking up. Some of the stuff makes sense, but he hasn't done shit to Fauci. It's all been bullshit. It's only about COVID-19. Right? Oh, this actor. This guy's fucking awesome. Oh, Terry Harper. I want you guys to look up Instagram of Terry Harper, and I'm going to tell you right now, that woman is in probably the best physical shape I've ever seen any woman. And I mean, her body is fucking golden. It's golden. I mean, it's just amazing. Yeah, I was watching Beauty and the Boomer. Good stuff. Oh, they went on for 2 hours. Yeah, it's pretty cool watching. I pop in and out every once in a while. Schiff, AOC, entire Dem left speechless as Candace Owens destroys them with a fiery speech. Yeah. That was pretty recent. I'm going to get back into this one. Stanley Kubrick, who helped the Apollo missions, the filming, is also a master at illusion of camera angles, and it's like, is that the guy you want to use? Anyway, there's a lot going on with that moon landing. I don't care what you say. It's just, and we're going back when? Now? Did we go back? Tulsi Gabbard revealing something absolutely crazy about Biden administration. Yeah, more shit, I'm telling you. Oh, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god, look at this. Microsoft is such assholes. I swear to God. Remind me later. I don't fucking... What? What the fuck was that? Oh, here's part of that interview. Right? That I'm talking about. Biden auto pen people. Yeah, there's just so many questions in regards to Charlie Kirk people. I'm just going to say it. You've got to fight. You're going to hear it from me. I'm going to tell you. I'm just not liking how all that went down. There's just so many, and the problem with all that is how soon they decided to close the case and all this other shit. It's just, I'm like, what just happened? Right, and then they tried to suppress all the people that had cameras and information on it. It just doesn't make sense. Either they're hiding him and he's alive, or somebody wanted to take him out. I just have never seen Erica Kirk so happy after a husband being killed. It was just weird to watch. 36% of the countries vote to succeed from Oregon. Oh, this is going to happen. Oh my God. Oregon is almost out. Right? And where are the Oregon Ducks? That's a good question. What city is the Oregon Ducks in? They are in Eugene, Oregon. And where is Eugene, Oregon? I should know this because I lived in Oregon a long, long time ago. My dad had a gig out there. And I was pretty young, maybe 7 or 8. Let me see. They are in the part that's not going to be part of the new group. But I think they want to be. Anyway, back to here. Base Magic Infratrail's headquarters. It's heated with Laura Loomer. Laura is just going in a really bad direction. So is Ted Cruz. Right? Ted Cruz, just, dude. And a lot of people are talking about Charlie Kirk and this whole thing. It's just none of it's making sense at all. The more information that's coming out, the more people that are doing these interviews. I mean, this guy does a ballistics test. I don't know if I got it. No, it didn't pick it up. But he did a gel, everything. He goes, none of it makes sense. You know, I'm telling you, I got a 308 here, and it's fucking 30-06 is just almost the same. It's almost the same size bullet. It's fucking huge. 38's pretty fucking massive too. That'll fuck up your hearing if you don't wear earmuffs or earplugs. I'll tell you right now. Cory runs away. Cory Booker runs away. All the pardons are going to be voided after these interviews. That's what I was going to tell you too. Let's see what else I got. Biden chick caught red-handed. There's this thing called what was that? Icing frost. You know, let me play it because this is getting really heavy too. There's so much information out there that, and I'm telling you, that the Demoncratic supporters just do not want to hear about. They don't want to fucking deal with it. That's taking a while. This thing is so slow. Why is it so slow? Is it the processing? I mean, I got a 2 terabyte computer. It is old.
Mike Lindell himself is actually mentioned in the judiciary document release involving Arctic Frost. When can Lindell and really all other Americans know what to extent and by what means they were targeted and or surveilled in all of this? And will there be a full list release of every American that was involved?
Well, I think my colleagues could speak to this as well, but I think that we're going to just prove what the government has tried to do. We get more documents to do it. And we don't know everybody that's probably been involved yet, but we've got...
I'm going to tell you right now, there's one guy on this team you don't want to fuck with. And he's right there. He's my senator. His name is Eric Schmidt. The guy's fucking hardcore. And if he's standing behind you, that's a good thing. If he's standing across from you, that's a bad thing. That's all I gotta say. The dude's a fucking beast. Yeah, this is Arctic Frost, Operation Arctic Frost. That's gonna start blowing up, and it's gonna get so much worse. It's just gonna get so much worse. And then fucking, I was Project Veritas towards Orlando terror attack. Now, there's so many things missing in this. I think if I do it on my phone, it comes through. But if I do it on my TV, it doesn't work that well. Right? It's kind of weird. Yep, Donald Trump meets with President Xi Jinping. China, South Korea. Wow, that's crazy. Climate scientists have been. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Man, Paul, no, there was a thing about Jimmy Dore. Fucking Bill Gates has changed his tune. Right. Oh, by the way, this is my page. When you get to it, you'll know it. You'll see my ugly mug up there. There's some great old videos I got too. I kind of switched it around. I had some stuff on there from before, but I wanted to get the most recent stuff up. Like, look, I have 91 views on one of these. That's fucking cool. And then I get 6. Oh, that one had a fucking trade, whatever they call it. Anyway. Live. Let's see what I got live here. Yeah. Proprietary violation or whatever they call it. Yeah. Oh, there I am right here. Oh shit. Is anybody? Anyway. Let's see what I got live. Gee darn it, you brother Mana. Hey, maybe done with Dr. Shiva's movement. For now, I'll probably write myself in for president. Oh, good. That's Jordan. Hey, Jordan. Hope you had a great one, Hollywood. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Good seeing you, man. Jordan is probably my most faithful friend and viewer. He is a good kid, and hopefully he'll become something fantastic. He's a really good kid. Yeah, I'm not going to keep going through there. Alright, back to here. Yeah, some of the stuff I posted before isn't there now. It's kind of pissing me off. Let me just go through here. There's a couple more in here. Oh, look. Democratic Mayor Teresa McShane of... you can't read that. Hang on. Democratic Mayor Teresa McShane of Elgin, Texas, just pulled the ultimate insult. Roughly $10 million in taxpayer money vanished, proof gone. And when asked for a forensic audit, this is her response, and she basically, this is what she said: "Nah, let's just pretend it never happened." This is what they're going to do later. Those are her exact words. We can't go back. It's time to move on. Alright, really? You're gonna hear a lot of that pretty soon. You're gonna hear it. Just remember I said this. We can't go back. It's time to move on. You're gonna hear that. It's just remember. Let me go back in here. Some more cool stuff I posted. What was this? Democrats no more food. What's wrong with it? Yeah, what I'm wouldn't post that. Democrats no more food. What's the worst thing that could happen other than absolute chaos and pandemonium, which is exactly what we wanted, especially in our blue states. It's going to get much worse in these states and cities. That's my opinion. I think they want chaos to happen. They've always wanted chaos to happen. They thrive when people are chaotic. This is an interesting thing. This chick's got some good information. She's very unbiased, but she's got some good information in regards to the Kamehameha schools and their administration process. Yeah, this is total bullshit right here. Senate Republicans blocked. No, they didn't. That's not what happened. Oh, there's the pictures. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, I look pretty cool. That was like the first time I tucked my shirt in at work. I usually don't. But I've lost a little bit of weight, so I try to... Let's see what it looked like. Kind of dorky. Yeah, you know, it's getting there. I got like, I want to get down to under 260. I want to be 252. And when I get to 252, that's when I'm poised to be able to go surfing again. And I will be surfing again. Mark my words. Yeah. Mark my words, people. All right. Out of there. I think that's enough. Yeah, I think I went down through here. It's terrible to watch these fucking assholes. But I post everybody. Oh, this chick really does this. This chick right here is a badass. Betty Lou. She has created a empire in a sense. And she does it herself. She's independent. Right? I believe she's a Trump voter, which you can tell. But that's one of her checks out of several that she gets per month. And she's basically a millionaire, in my opinion. I think she's a millionaire. Right? Nitro Circus, I already played that. Oh, this house was so cool. This is right by my work. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 The dogs out there, I fucking dig all that shit. That's one of my favorite shows. The Night Before Christmas is fucking still cool. Oh, this chick, I think I talked about her. She wants people to die. Anyway, I think I'm done. I'm just kind of repeating myself now. So how is it being homeless in Portland? Homeless woman, it's a piece of cake. What? Yeah. It's just, that's where they want you. They just, oh man. They make it easy for you. Her nonverbal autistic son happened next to the left speech, yeah. Started taking vaccines, started becoming autistic. Wouldn't it suck to know that you allowing all these vaccines to go into your child that caused mental damage? Wouldn't that be suck to know that you were, but you didn't know. It's coming out now, but you just didn't know at the time. Right? All kinds of... It's okay, I'm in my Kanye era. His site, England is verge of shutting down the World Economic Forum 15-minute cities program after almost cameras were destroyed and 50 people refused to pay the fines. Good. Our government lawyers do not think we have the legal... Oh, let's see. Our government lawyers do not think we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available. And now 2 courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can and cannot do. I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. It is already delayed enough due to the Demoncrats keeping the government closed through the monthly payment date and I think even if we can get immediate guidance, it would unfortunately be delayed while states get the money out. If we are given the appropriate legal direction by the court, it will be my honor to provide and fund, just like I did with military and law enforcement pay. The Democrats should quit this charade where they hurt people for their own political reasons, which is exactly what they're fucking doing. And immediately, Biden wouldn't have done this. Biden never did it. He never thought about it. Never never ever contemplated on these shutdowns. It's actually happened under his watch, I think, once or twice, and he did nothing, right? It may be our honor to provide the funding, just like I did with the military. Okay, but then we should quit this charade where they hurt people for their own political reasons and immediately reopen the government. If you use SNAP benefits, call the Senate Democrats and tell them to reopen the government. Now, here is crying Chuck Schumer's office number. Oh, that's it. Perfect. Yeah, I call that number 202-224-6542. I mean, he's trying to... It sucks that the president has to go through the court system just to fund SNAP, which he's trying to do. Isn't that crazy? And the fucking Democrats are fucking blocking this. That's just fucking crazy. That is crazy. It's all right there. Read it. And go look it up yourself. Anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. This is James with Monotalk. Like, subscribe, share. Thanks for being a part of the show. If you want to come on anytime, let me know. I'm easy to get a hold of. I would like to see a lot of the old crew coming back on, of course. But a lot of those people went green or Demoncrat, and they've kind of went, some other direction. Which is your prerogative, and it's your right. More power to you, and God bless you. Just try not to take too many boosters. Aloha. Thank you for watching. Take care. Love you all.